have come from somewhere else, but this is where we found ourselves. Welcome to the local show. People you work with, people you know.
Welcome to another edition of the Local Show here on GrassRoots Community Network. We want to welcome our Facebook Live audience and our YouTube audience. Thank you for joining us here on GrassRoots Community Network on our 17th year of broadcasting the Local Show, where each week we are honored, and it's such a pleasure to feature inspirational locals up and down the Roaring Fork Valley. I want to welcome back two guests that have joined me in the past. Samantha Johnston from the Aspen Times,
Hi.
the publisher. Hi, Sam.
Yes, I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for coming back, and thanks for taking such good care of our mascot, Luna,
Everything's
right off the
better
bat.
with a dog.
Isn't it?
Yeah,
Unconditionally.
that's right.
I like to say. And David Krause, the editor. Welcome back, David.
How are you? Good to see you.
Sam, my arm isn't that long.
That's
it's
all right.
pretty long, but
Here, I'll shake
I'm
your hand
occupied
for
over
there you
here
go.
with the dog.
There you go.
It's like pay the handshake forward.
That's right. There you go.
Welcome to the both of you guys.
Yeah, thanks.
And right on the heels of another amazing ski day, you guys.
I
Yeah,
know.
a little chilly out there.
David, you got out today.
Yeah, go to
at
Snowmass. Yep, live
And how
over
was
there.
that?
Cold.
Cold.
but
Yeah, it was a nippy day.
It
out
was
there.
it was a good below zero. You know, zero
No
to minus
kidding.
5, and then there was a
Wow.
good crowd though at 8:30 when they opened up the VX. So,
Okay.
but I just went up to the top and did a couple laps, and then went back to work.
Was it about 6 inches? I think that was about what was reported.
I
but you
couldn't
never know
find.
until
I
you're-
couldn't find it, but
Yeah.
I
You
found
couldn't
about
find that
3.
little or that much.
I found about three or
Three,
4.
okay,
So,
okay.
but
But still.
it's a good day. It's always a good
Exactly.
day.
3 inches outside is still better than no inches inside.
Yes, exactly.
Anything outside.
So good for you for getting up there, and then you just
Yeah.
cover up the face, make sure no skin is exposed.
Yeah, a little
Once you
red
start
right
moving,
here,
it's
but
like-
once you start, it was a little more
It's like
humid today
windshield.
than usual. So
Okay.
I was talking to a guy on the lift, and he was like, "Yeah, these are the days that you got to cover your skin."
Exactly.
So, but it's good. Sun was coming out, so good crowd. Like I said, for a Tuesday when
Right.
it was 5 below at the VX, it looked like a decent powder day crowd.
You got to be hardy, but it's still worth it. It's
Yeah.
always worth it.
Yeah.
And Sam, you didn't get up today, but tomorrow, like me.
I
think
didn't
you're
get up
aiming
today,
for.
but I feel like when we live here, that's one of the small perks is being able to say, it's really cold today.
Yeah,
There'll
wait
be
for a
more
little-
snow. There will be more. We'll get more.
Yeah.
So I didn't go today, but I think I've been 7 in a row. Dave and I had
Wow.
a mission this year to get outside as often as we could for those
Yep.
lunch laps or morning laps, and so
Right.
you have made. How many days do you have? 40 something?
48 or 49.
Yeah.
I'm approaching
Sweet.
50.
I'm not
Nice.
there yet. My
So-
goal was 50. I'm at 38. I feel like
Yeah,
I'm getting
so you're
there.
gonna bless
So is that a 100-day seasonal pace then?
I
If we're
don't
about-
know.
If we're about halfway, are we about halfway through the season?
Yeah, I think so. I
Approximately?
haven't done the math yet because I don't want to force myself into
you guys-
100. But we
Right.
try to go
Could be
for, like Sam said, in the morning, right at 8:45 for like an hour or hour
Right.
and 15 minutes. We can usually do 3 off the top and then bomb down and be back to the office. Because our office,
Awesome.
being right downtown Aspen, right
Right.
next to the Wheeler.
Right.
Not on Main Street anymore, but we were there Saturday night for our office party at
Yeah.
Bad Harriet. But so it's
closer.
fun to be in the old building.
Right.
But being that much, we're another 2 blocks closer to the gondola.
Closer to Gandhi, exactly.
One of these
You just
days I'm going
walk
to
over.
count the steps, because I know it's 4.5 blocks, but I have not yet counted the steps because I always get distracted.
So do you just have your gear next to your desk? You basically just grab your board,
Yeah.
your skis, and just kind of walk over
exactly how it
to
works.
the Gondo?
Yeah, we have
and bang, nail those laps. And
Yeah, everybody leaves a set of skis or boards in the office, and I actually have in my office. I took an old newspaper rack, one of the old school purple ones,
Okay.
and cleaned it up because we had a couple old ones in the back. And I put all my helmet and my extra set of pants and all my gear, and I have a set of gear at the office, and then I live in Snowmass now, so I have a set of gear at the house.
Jeez.
So,
Repurposing.
works out really well.
I like repurposing.
Yeah, well, it's all good stuff. I got my
Yeah.
Obermeyer pants, here at the office. I always
I
wear
do
my
too.
I don't wear my
Mine are
Obermeyers
Obermeyer
in
too.
Snowmeyer. I wear them here at the hill because it just feels better.
I'm all over
And,
Meyer out in the mountain.
Yeah,
for
and
sure.
So it's nice to have a set of everything in each place, and then I need a new board, but that's about it.
These are the issues for locals. We got to
hard
cover our
being us.
equipment.
Problems.
And Sam, what a season it's been, right? I mean, that has to be kind of one of the big stories of the winter, at least, is the amazing snow, the conditions.
Right.
And thus, I think, tourism has been strong too.
It has been strong. It's been busy. I mean, I don't,
Yeah.
we have that. We can always look at the sales tax numbers and all the things that tell us, those metrics that say whether it's busy. But I mean, town just feels busy.
Exactly. There's a feeling.
Even on sort of some of those off weeks when you think, oh, if I get out there and ski on a Tuesday, there's probably nobody there, but there's big conventions and ski groups and whatever we're getting into. I mean, it won't be too many weeks, 3 maybe before spring breaks are starting.
President's Weekend, which is such a
President's
big blip on the radar in February.
It's been busy, but it's been steady. It just feels like a great snow season with just consistency and getting the snow. And it's been cold all winter, so that's been great. But it's skiing great out there.
I talked with the guy I was talking to earlier about earlier on the lift. He mentioned, and I forgot about this, Sunday. How nice it was. Sunday was the warmest day since September that we had here.
Right.
And then
I think
you
it
go
hit
out
50.
today, and it's below zero.
Right.
And I went out Sunday on Snowmass first chair, and it was 34 degrees. And you're just like, holy Moses.
I think it was supposed to approach a record high Sunday and then a record low today.
Yeah.
I think tonight it might actually be
it's gonna
5,
be
6
cold
below
tonight.
zero tonight. So we're seeing those weather swings too, which is interesting. But like you said, the snow's been consistent almost every single week. Seems like 3-4 days go by, snow. And that's just magical when we're in the pattern like that.
Yeah.
It's pretty
That's what
great.
we dream about.
Yeah, it's to get out. I mean, it's another reason why. All right, let's go. It's 2-3 inches. Let's just go right off the top of it, and do an hour and a half, and then go back to the office.
Not that we need another excuse.
Not that we need a motivator.
Just one more.
I don't call them excuses, Eric. They're motivators.
Motivators, there you go. More motivation.
That's right.
More
That's right.
incentive.
They have more incentive. Just another reason to say I need to be out there.
Live the good life.
Right.
It's all
why
good,
we're up
clean,
here.
wholesome fun.
Yeah, that's what we
true.
talked about. It's why we're up here.
Yeah,
I mean, it's one of the
exactly.
perks of being up here.
Exactly.
You gotta make that chamber pass pay for itself. And I don't talk about math. I don't do the math on that anymore. But it's.
But the more you go, the less
more-
it is per day.
That's right.
So you're working
another
the math
incentive,
too.
Eric. Yet another incentive.
Got to get more value out of that pass.
Right.
So guys, we're gonna take a quick break.
Okay.
Rehydrate for the heavy main part of the show. You guys ready for some heavy talking intervals?
Let's do
Talk
it.
about interval training and athletics.
We're
Let's
ready.
have some verbal intervals. First, I got to get a verbal interval of tossing to our great underwriters, including the Aspen Times, Aspen Square, the Aspen Thrift Shop, Klug Properties, Strong Vegan Athlete, Picken County Landfill, and Sundog Athletics. We're going to go to our only break of the show, guys. We'll be back in 2 minutes. We've got Sam and David from the Aspen Times. We're going to talk about the biggest stories of the past year and moving forward, and so much more, you guys, including their drop-in series. So don't go away.
Aspen Times, telling the stories that matter since 1881, is committed to local prep sports, arts, and entertainment coverage. They also offer the drop-in weekly recreational videos highlighting why we love to live in this community. The Aspen Times at local newsstands, aspentimes.com, Facebook, and Instagram.
Aspen Animal Hospital offers state-of-the-art services, including non-pharmaceutical options, acupuncture, exotic pet care, and companion care preventative plans. For more information on veterinary services and their foundation, which helps those in need, call 925-2611 or aspenanimalhospital.com.
I'm so passionate about this community. I absolutely love living here and raising my family here. It gives me a lot of pride to share this with my friends and my clients and help them achieve their dreams of owning an Aspen Snowmass and enjoying this incredible lifestyle.
Curbside recycling is now included with your trash service in Pitkin County. You can reduce your waste footprint and shrink your trash bill by recycling right. Learn more at landfillrules.com.
Celebrating another great winter season, Aspen Square Hotel is the hospitality place, featuring fireplace studio suites and larger condominiums with full hotel-style services in the center of downtown Aspen. Aspen Square is proud to support the Locals Show. The Aspen Thrift Shop welcomes local women to volunteer, serve our community, meet interesting local women, and join the fun at Aspen Thrift Shop twice a month. You can apply at aspenthriftshop.org.
Welcome to the local show. People you work with, people you know.
Back here on the local show. Thank you guys for sticking with us here each week on Grassroots Community Network, Facebook Live and YouTube. Welcome you guys. Where each week here we feature these great locals. And what I mean by that, you guys, an inspiration is like we're pursuing our dreams, having success. You know, you guys at the uppermost levels of, you know, the newspaper and now digital world as well with the Aspen Times. And then sharing like, you know, about how that feels, maybe inspiring other people to go after their dreams. So it kind of sounds corny, but when I started the show over 17 years ago, so yeah, local show, feature a bunch of locals, but then it just kind of evolved into like, man, I'm inspired. You start featuring like Krause and Gretchen, who we featured this last week.
Yeah.
People who only need one name.
Right.
Right.
Klug, and you know, it's on and on.
Yeah.
And then, you know, folks like yourselves or artists like Dan Sheridan. Hopefully we'll have Suzanne Paris back this winter for live music.
So does
whatever they're
Torrin
doing.
gets that, right? Torrin gets the one name local recognition.
I think Alex
Alex
might be.
is, I mean,
I think he's there.
Alex is, I don't know how many
Just
how many
contacted him.
Alexes will be born in Aspen in the next 4 or 5 years, or Torrens. So.
Right.
You get Boogie. There's lots of
Boogie.
them.
You could do a whole show on
both
that.
of them, Alex and Boogie, I'm working on for this winter series. But you know, earlier, actually in the summer, we had Sela Schneider and her dad Michael. Sela, the youngest climber at 9 to scale the nose of El Cap.
Yeah.
The week later, we have the world's oldest pro bull rider, Greg Castile, at 58.
Yeah.
But these are the people of our valley. And Sam, it must be amazing just to feature just, you know, the people alone, right? You know, and some of that inspiration through the Aspen Times. That must be like an honor.
It's different. Oh, of course. I mean, this is a magical place to live. The work, you know, we always talk about the work that we do being, it's something you do because you're passionate about it. Nobody gets in the journalism business to get rich or get famous. You get in the business because you love it, and you love telling stories, and you feel like it's an important thing in the community wherever you are. But to get to do this work in Aspen, I mean, where you have this around you, and we're outside, and we're surrounded by world-class everything. I mean, athletes and entrepreneurs and outdoors things to do. And it was funny, I've been really consistent with Cycle Bar because it's easy for me to get to and I like it, but I was just telling a friend who always posts her Cycle Bar stats on Instagram, I'm like, how come you're always number 2 or 3 in your class? And she's like, because I don't live in Aspen, you idiot. And so when I go, I'm like 17 out of 34. And I'm like, this sucks. But I look next to me and I'm like, you got Jordy Karlinski next to you. And on the other side, you know, you have whatever. I'm like, well, there's a triathlete, an Olympian, and a whatever. And you're in there just dying trying to keep up with these people. But that's where we live.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's a pretty special place to get to do all the things.
Yeah,
The standard is so high.
Yeah.
I was on a lift 3 Sundays ago and chatting up a guy going up, and we just had a casual. He hadn't been here before, and he said, "Well, do you mind if I follow you?" We talked, and he lives about a mile from where we used to live in Denver when we lived in Denver for almost 20 years, and so we got to talking about that. And he said, "Well, do you mind if I just follow you?" And I said, "Yeah, if you can keep up." And so, of course, he was keeping up, and we got on the lift like 3 runs later, and he's like, "You have a really good pace." And I'm like, "Yeah, thanks. I ride with people who are better than me and faster than me because I enjoy that challenge." And I'm like, "Well, what do you like to do?" And he's like, "Well, I'm a 6-time Ironman triathlete."
Oh.
And I'm like, "Well, then,
Of course
you
you
know,
are.
of course you are. You know,
Yeah, just another
a
day.
random conversation on a lift." And I do that. You know, I tell people I have 3 questions I ask people on a lift, and if they're having a good day, they'll keep talking. If they're not, then you just leave them alone. But just a random guy, and we rode for 3 hours together over at Snowmass.
What
on
are
a
the
Sunday
3
morning.
questions?
How's your day going? Have you been out here very long? And where are you from?
Okay.
And those are, you know, you could tell by the where you're from if people want to talk to you or not.
Right.
You know, because then if they find out you're here
Right.
or you're a local, then as we all, you know, and I mean, I was a visitor here for 25, 30 years. You attain to be that, you know, somebody where people want to dress like locals and be like locals. I don't know if it's that as much as they just appreciate the lifestyle and what we have here.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, took a picture yesterday of 2 people. It was ran on the cover today. We run a Everyday Life. We call them EDLs. And it was just 2 people down at the bottom of the lift. The storm came in. So I thought, I'll get a picture of that, you know, kind of tie it to the weather. And she was taking a picture of him because he had the icicle beards. And they had just got here from Detroit and just came straight to the mountain from, you know, from the plane. Just couldn't get here more.
Wow.
And I was born in Detroit. So then all of a sudden, there you go, another random fact. And we sat there and talked for 10 minutes.
Wow.
So-
It's amazing, you know, and it's as well traveled as Aspenites are. It's almost well, it's equally as great the people who just come here.
Right.
And some years I can't travel as much, but I feel so enriched by the people just working on our newsletter today for Sundog Athletics. This last month alone, from Boulder to Brazil, I was talking about our guests. But to be able to have those encounters with the mountains that bring us together,
it's a lot of fun.
Is special.
Yeah, it really is a lot of fun.
That is really fun. Well, I want to talk about shifting gears a little bit to the digital. You guys are obviously involved in the printed world, where print is still alive and well and flourishing here in the Valley. People want to pick up the paper, get the local news, but the digital world, as we know, is just blown up, for a while now. But, in recent years in the newspaper business, and Sam, can you kind of speak to the importance or the relevance of the digital world? Because you guys are kind of involved in both now.
We're totally involved in both, and I think, we've been involved in the digital piece for as long as digital was a thing. I think the difference in Aspen has always been that the print product is so strong, and people, there's a different vibe here than there is in the rest of the world. People have an extra 5 minutes most of the time, and they want to pick up the paper. I mean, they support 2 local daily papers. They subscribe to an average of 4 more. I mean, all of the metrics will tell us that people here they care about what's happening in the world, big and small. And they'll make time to read news. And so we know that, having 6,000-7,000 locals in the community, that most of our audience isn't from here all the time. They're from somewhere else, whether it's Houston or Brazil or wherever you were talking about. The online piece is huge. More than half of our digital traffic isn't from Aspen. So, we have millions of users who are using our website and millions of page views every year. That's just it's a huge piece of at least our audience engagement. And then certainly on the revenue side, ideally, I think Aspen's behind the curve as far as media and how quickly we've grown just digital revenue, let's say. But a big piece of that, I think, is this town just knows what works for it. And I think you don't come in and change what works, but you adopt what's new and you move forward as the town is ready to move forward. So we do a ton in the digital space. You just don't see it every day because it's not what you walk by in the rack.
There's a wonderful digital representation of the Aspen Times showing amazing scenes from our community. And we want to feature that here coming up in just about a minute. But how did you guys, why did you make this piece? And is it just kind of, here's who we are, here's who our community is? That's kind of the vibration. Can you introduce the piece a little, Sam?
Yeah, of course. So we have been a long-time sponsor of Aspen Film. And part of what we've done for them a lot of times when they have the Aspen Film Festival and the shorts and all of the things is that we will show a 30-second video as our kind of commercial during that. Honestly, it had my voice, and I was like, I can't sit through another film and hear my own voice in this stupid commercial. So we have to do a new one. So really, that's why I said to Ashton and Dave, we got to do something new. So we discovered that it's so easy to show what we do in print, but we really wanted to capture the kind of the depth and breadth of what we actually cover.
Yeah, we do a lot more video, as you guys know. Our Facebook presence has grown. Our drop-in video, which we'll talk about, has really taken off and really gets people, the thing that we talk about with video for us that we see people respond to is let them know, put them in the place, right? So when we do a Facebook Live on opening day, we will get 100 people who watch it live, but then we'll get another 5,000-6,000 views on that because people just want to be there. Because to the point of earlier, they appreciate where we are, and they're either coming this winter or they've been there before. And so we'll see that a lot on our comments. But the same with the drop-in video series. We want to put people there. And so we make those decisions. If it's a big event, we want to have a presence with it. Like with the Krause, we did a really good thing and big piece with Krause because we knew people, it would be what we call evergreen. It'll be around forever, almost like he is, right? But it's just such a good reference point, and people want to be there. They can't be there, so they will. And when we look at our numbers sometimes, we'll see, people will come for 2 weeks. They'll come to aspentimes.com couple weeks before, and then they'll hang on because they were there for 2 weeks and they really want to be stay connected and still have that connection.
Interesting.
So that's what we've really tried to practice with our growing presence with video and Facebook and YouTube. Just having those channels available.
I never thought about the aspect of it could actually incentivize. We were talking about motivation and incentives, or get people just excited to come to Aspen.
Yeah.
You know, you're just like you say, you're bringing them inside. If a picture was worth 1,000 words, a video has got to be worth tens of thousands of words.
Right.
And there's nothing that can transport you there like that, those video images.
Yeah.
So that could get people like inspired to come back to Aspen, Sam, right?
That's right.
That's like almost a promotional piece there.
It definitely is. I mean, it's
Well,
all the things we love
yeah.
about this community. That's why we cover all of those things. But I think when we looked at it, we're like, gosh, so many things, from prep sports to the Lake Christine fire to,
Right.
you know,
Food and wine.
Yeah, the Native American, it wasn't
dance.
the
Yeah, the
dance, but
powwow
I
they
can't,
had at the
right,
high
the
school,
powwow is the word I was
right?
looking for.
We find those videos, those
Yeah.
events that people really connect to. The 4th of July parade.
Yes.
You know?
So things that are Aspen-centric. You know, it's hard to go find a parade that's as old school, small town as ours is still, where you still
Right.
have, you know, kids hanging off fire trucks and things where the rest of the world's like, I don't know, they should have a helmet, someone might get sued. I mean, we've still
Yeah.
got...
People comment on that
Right,
because they
it's
feel like
true.
they're there. And that's
Right.
probably what they would say to their friend if they were standing next to him on the street. Why did that kid have a helmet on?
Right.
You know, or what
Right.
happened there? So
Right. It shows such a wide variety of scenes,
Yeah.
and it's just so hardcore local. So without further ado, let's take a look at that video here next. That was a really cool piece, you guys. So great job
Yeah.
on that, and showing again this wide variety from scenes on the mountain to Lake Christine. I mean, it was really, really wonderfully done. So great job on that.
Yeah,
and,
thanks.
And we had mentioned the drop-in,
yeah, the
showing
drop-in
kind of
series.
some adventure video.
Our third full-on season of the drop-in. We do it 3 times a week. We kind of changed the model a little bit, and this year went to 3 days, and kind of again Rose and Kelsey getting people out there and putting them on the mountain. And then on Wednesdays, if anybody's interested, we're still always looking for people. Wednesdays we do a takeover, and we let people take our gear for the morning, and then they bring it back, and we cut it into a Wednesday takeover drop-in. We started that last year, and people
Yep.
kind of responded to it, and something that, you know, people are paying attention to. You know, they're watching them. You know, we can kind of see what they're interested in. We did I did a takeover on Monday for Restaurant Week. This week is Restaurant Week,
Okay.
all the way through February 9th. So that's
Yeah.
our plug for that. But then our drop-in, we'll have a party at the end of March. Sam, you want to talk about the party we're going to do?
The Buckhorn Cabin?
Buckhorn Cabin.
Buckham Corbin
Yeah.
Cabin.
And what we do, our claim to fame for the last 2 years of doing this party, is that we've been in a little snow drought right up into the party, and so then we have it, and we're excited for a sunny day and all of the people, and it pounds snow. So even though we are like, oh, geez, it's been a great little snow omen, if that's the right word. But this year we planned it for the last weekend in March 28th. So hopefully that means it's 50 degrees and sunny, and it's free beer and food, and come by and celebrate with the Aspen Times, but also the community, like everything you do at Buckhorn, right? It's this
Right.
community.
Yeah, it's just
Right.
So-
nice. Roll through.
That's such a
People are
great
like, "Is
spot.
it open?" It's like, "Yeah, come on in."
I like
Grab
the view of
dog,
the
grab a
bowl
beer.
from there, too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's awesome.
I know.
But yeah, March 28th.
We're
So
already
check
down to
it
just
out.
a couple minutes, guys, but I want to talk about just, for a minute at least, the biggest stories that you're chasing in the months ahead, David. Can you give us a little brief synopsis?
You know, Eric, I think anything to do with housing right now is a hot topic. Carolyn Zachariason has been covering those meetings since we hired her 2 years ago now.
Okay.
Every Wednesday, paying attention to that. I think that's really helped things. I think the big basalt growth will be an issue or something interesting with the election in April. For council and for mayor, the way that master plan is going.
Okay.
I think that's going to be really interesting. Of course, the election in November, that's down the road for us, and we'll see that. I think it'll be interesting to see what state ballot initiatives get on there.
Right, right.
You know, as far as that goes.
Reintroduction of the wolves is one of them.
Yeah.
We'll be voting on. We're down to a minute already. Really, I want to touch on this longevity event, though, real quick. Sam, can you just touch on that? Because you
Yeah.
had like Klaus Obermeyer,
Of
Alex
course.
Ferreira.
We had a great panel. So we're twice a year, spring and fall off seasons, because really it's something we want for locals. We want it to be inexpensive. We want it to be a fun, learning, educational experience in the off season when you're looking for something to do. There's not 10 million other events. So right, we had Mike Lebecki, National Geographic's 2013 Adventurer of the Year, talking about his epic adventures in the world.
Wow.
So it will have one series will be longevity, kind of in the fall, about living long, healthy lives and things around that. And in the spring, it will be adventure.
That is so cool. Yeah. So longevity events, people can just stay tuned to that in the Aspen Times?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
We'll have stories leading up to them.
Okay.
Like with the longevity piece, we did 4 stories leading up to that the weeks before, so people know about it.
Okay. Did you guys have fun in the show today? The time went so fast.
It always goes by a lot quicker than you think.
I know.
Guys, I baked you cookies, and there's a few other surprises there for you.
All right. Are they vegan?
These are groovy squishy. Avocado butter
Okay.
and coconut sugar now.
All right.
All organic.
Organic.
All right.
I'll take that.
So our junk food's getting healthier and healthier.
I love it.
I hope you guys had fun today.
Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
Eric. That was a lot of fun.
Thank you, David.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Eric.
Sam. Thank you guys for watching this week. And thank you, Luna. Thank you guys for watching this week on The Local Show.
Aspen Times, telling the stories that matter since 1881, is committed to local prep sports, arts, and entertainment coverage. They also offer The Drop-In, weekly recreational videos highlighting why we love to live in this community. The Aspen Times at local newsstands, aspentimes.com, Facebook, and Instagram.
Strong Vegan Athlete offers wellness consulting, personal training, and online training. Owner and trainer Ed Troy focuses on safety, balance-oriented agility, and mobility for optimum wellness and to be in life. More at strongveganathlete.com.
Aspen Animal Hospital offers state-of-the-art services, including non-pharmaceutical options, acupuncture, exotic pet care, and companion care preventative plans. For more information on veterinary services and their foundation, which helps those in need, call 925-2611 or aspenanimalhospital.com.
I'm so passionate about this community. I absolutely love living here and raising my family here. It gives me a lot of pride to share this with my friends and my clients and help them achieve their dreams of owning an Aspen snowmass and enjoying this incredible lifestyle.
Sundog Athletics, Aspen's Adventure Sports School, is your opportunity to experience one-of-a-kind adventures and gain new skills, to experience the thrills of snowshoeing, fat biking, cross-country skiing, alpine touring, canoeing, mountain and road biking, and fitness hiking. Fresh updates at Sundog Athletics on Facebook or sundogathletics.com.
Welcome to